Republic here in Group K of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Tip-off just moments away, and a chance for these fans to once again see their national team in action, a national team that has already punched its ticket to the World Cup. One of the first teams to do so, one of 4 European teams to do so, as they host France here. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Group K, there's going to be Bulgaria against Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then Finland also matching up against Russia. All 3 games tipping off at the same time. And you can see there in the standings, France technically still in first place, but Czech Republic already qualifying after their last 2 victories. And there's still a chance for, obviously, the 3rd place spot. A lot of teams vying for that, but France tonight will have a chance to qualify themselves if they can get a victory, or at the very least get closer to punching that ticket. France currently 7-1 for coach Vincent Collet, as you see the players being introduced. There's a couple new faces, a few familiar ones. There you see Paul Lacombe, who's a bit of a do-it-all kind of player for France, especially in the absence of Batum and Decolo. He will be relied to provide scoring and energy. Meanwhile, Andrew Albisi, the one player who's played in all 8 games alongside Paul Lacombe, will be running the point guard duties. Meanwhile, for the Czech Republic, who are now being introduced, a lot of players who are very familiar with each other, who've played in all 8 qualifying games so far, but also we have 6 different teammates from Czech Nimburg, of course very familiar with the Basketball Champions League and playing against some of these French players, or even playing alongside, well, I would say playing against these French players in group stages. Czech Nimburg, who's led in scoring by Jaromir Boacic at 13.6 points per game, but another guy to keep an eye out for is Wojtek Herban, who's had a tremendous start to the season in the first half of the Basketball Champions League. One of the top scorers, cracked a 20-point mark for nearly 6 consecutive games there. At one point was averaging 20-plus points per game. Has pulled off a little bit in the Champions League, but nonetheless, here in Pardubice, we will expect a great matchup with the 2 top teams in Group K after the national anthems from both countries. And now for the Czech Republic. That does it for the 2 national anthems. And made a half court to shake hands, and another demonstration of that very would say kind of not inspirational, but just good sportsmanship between the two countries. All countries that play in FIBA competitions always shake hands and exchange souvenirs, mementos ahead of their heated battles. So once again, this is a French team that's currently ranked 3rd in the world as we introduce the referees. From Lithuania, Julius Mačiulaitis. From Latvia, Oskars Lučis. And Serdan Dojai from Croatia. Meanwhile, this French team has done quite a bit of shuffling with their lineup. Currently, there will be 3 new players making their first appearance in this qualifying run, and none more notable than Amat Mbaye, number 2, the 29-year-old forward, currently playing at Virtus Bologna, has had a tremendous season, both domestically and in the Basketball Champions League, and he's rewarded with a place on the national team. Meanwhile, Usman Kamara and Yakuba Ouattara as well getting their debuts in these qualifiers. Meanwhile, you see there Matias Lesor, who had a great game last time out against Finland, getting to double figures to boost his average up to 8 points per game. Over on the Czech side, yes, they're missing Jan Vesely. Yes, they're missing Sadaransky, also missing Balvin. But as we mentioned, they have Boacic, they have Herban, and they'll be looking to other guys to really step up. Martin Krish will be counted on inside to battle with a couple of the French bigs. Thomas Vural, point guard, backup point guard for Czech Nimburg, usually backs up Gino Lawrence for the Czech side. Will be there as well. And another familiar face from the Basketball Champions League is Opava's own Jakub Serina, who's played in all 8 games for the Czech Republic, and led Opava to their first victory in the first game of the Champions League before they've gone on a tough run since, losing their last 7 games. Well, you see there Wojciech Herban was just blazing coming out of the gates in the European season. And this is obviously the Czech Nimburg side, well, the players from Czech Nimburg, I should say, very used to winning. They've won domestic titles year after year. Also gotten a couple of victories in Europe. Meanwhile, France, they feature players who are kind of spread out around the European continent. Obviously not having their NBA players here, but they do have players who play in Spain and Italy, obviously in France. Monaco, depending on whether you can count that as part of France, but they are a pretty stacked team. They're a deep country. They're ranked 3rd in the world. Czech Republic ranked 24th, and again, they don't have as much to play for in the sense that they already qualified, but you want to take care of business over these international breaks and win back-to-back games. The coach there, Vincent Collet in the middle, by his side, Pascal Donadieu, the Nanterre coach. We have Vincent Collet coaching Dijon. So he's brought Axel Julien as one of the point guards for his club team and his national team. Meanwhile, Ronan Ginsberg leads the Czech Republic, and he's assisted by Trudek, who coaches Opava. So again, we're really excited about this one. Two teams who France went undefeated in Group E in the first round. Czech Republic winning their Group F with a 5-1 record. Then Czech Republic getting 2 victories in the first window of the second round over Russia and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Meanwhile, you see the starting 5 for France. Mbaye in the start. Albisi, Lesor inside. Lacombe and Lahu Kanate. Kanate, who an athletic wing. He's played in 4 games so far for France in the qualifiers at Nanterre. Meanwhile, the French team had actually their first loss in the last window back in September to Bulgaria at Bulgaria. And they'll be looking at the starting 5 of Herban, Serena, Peterka, Boacic, and Krish as we observe a moment of silence and respect for Pat Baumann.
Thank you.
So Pat Baumann, who recently passed away in Argentina, quite tragically. unexpected. He was one of the pioneers of the new format of the World Cup qualifiers as Secretary General of FIBA, also a member of the IOC. So it's always great to see them pay a little bit of homage to him. And we're now moments away from the opening tip. And it's a quick two right off the jump and by, surprising the Czech side. And what a bright start here for France. Meanwhile, Herban will be running the point guard duties, it seems, for the Czech Republic. The ball goes inside to Boacek, who has a slight height advantage on Lacombe. Boacek 6'6", Lacombe 6'3", although Lacombe is one of the premier defenders in Europe. And you see there, no one accounting for Mbaye, and he gets the quick tomahawk dunk off the tip. Meanwhile, right back the other way, a drive and finish from Martin Peterka as he gets a quick two. So Albisi now running the show for France. We'll see who they make their go-to guy. They like to play inside out. And right away they go inside to Le Sort. Good help side from Herban. Konate knocks down the outside jumper. First three-pointer of the night for France. And already 2 baskets for them early on. Peterka looking for Serena. Serena, very smooth lefty guard. Throws the ball away on this possession. Albisi coming away with it. Numbers for France. Lacombe running the wing. Oh, what contest by Boacek. Great defense there in transition. And Czech Republic coming back the other way. It's Herban on the nice cut and finish. Serena the assist. And you can see why Czech Republic has been successful here in these qualifiers. Able to play a number of ways, fast and in the half court. Albisi and Lacombe will have most of the touches as Mbaye showing off the outside touch. And it's a very bright start offensively for France as they knock down their first 3 field goals. Meanwhile, a turnover. Serena looking to drive and kick, couldn't deliver the pass to Boacek. So 8-4 here in the early going. Ball goes inside to Lacombe. Tries to Euro step through Boacek and draws a foul on the Czech guard forward. The Czech Republic going to a zone here defensively on the out of bounds. See a 2-3 look. Extra pass, and Mbaye puts it down on the floor. Can't finish through contact. Albisi gets the ball tapped out to him. Here's Lacombe. He'll take it to corner 3. Too strong and a nice elevated by Konate, but he couldn't tip it over to Le Sort. Serena now orchestrating the show. Goes inside to Boacek. Oh, spins off Albisi. Maintains the balance and finishes off the glass. Great move there for Boacek. And once again, we're expecting a very competitive affair here tonight. Here's Lacombe. He gets around the defense and lays it up and in. Strong move there from Lacombe, who is one of the premier players for AS Monaco. Here he is matched up with Boacek again. Great switch by Mbaye. Serena, he'll take a 3. It's good. And both teams knocking down the early buckets. 10-9 here in favor of France. Meanwhile, Albisi finds Konate, gets into the lane. Tough shot, no good. Reached the rebound. And Czech Republic does have 3 players who can bring the ball to court, including this guy right here, Herban for 3. And Czech Republic take their first lead of the night. We've seen 2 3-pointers apiece from each side already. Here's Assor, takes a bump and one opportunity. What a great find by Albisi, hitting the dive man, and Assor able to finish through contact. Take another look at that Serena 3 right between the eyes of Assor. So Mathias Assor, the 6'9" center, will head to the free throw line with a chance to complete the 3-point play, and he does just that. So France back up 1, already a couple of early lead changes. As Albisi puts the pressure on Serena in the backcourt. Meanwhile, Krish dives to the hoop, and one on the other end as well. Back-to-back baskets plus the foul. Krish, who takes advantage of the pressured French defense. Unaccounted for from the top of the key. Makes his way downhill, straight to the rim. Strong finish for him, and it's been a very bright start as well. Krish already with as so far, that's the first miss for the Czech Republic. They get their offensive rebound. They're 6 for 6 from the field, including 2 for 2 from 3. And they're going to take a look at the shot clock, I believe. So the referees have just stopped the play momentarily. But both teams starting out hot. Czech Republic 6 for 6, France 5 of 9. So Herban will inbound it. Gets it back from Peterka. Boacek baseline drive. Tries to float it over. Mbai can't convert. Meanwhile, there comes France back the other way. Mbai spots up from the wing. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for Amat Mbai. And once again, the 6'9" forward who spent some time at Oklahoma. What a start for him in his first qualifying matchup. 8 points already in the first 5 minutes. Meanwhile, Krish might have got away with the travel. Serena, shot clock down to 5, so he puts it up. Too strong on the back rim. Battle for the rebound, ends up with Herban, and he gets a reverse lay-in to drop. High scoring affair here, 16 all. Herban already with 7 points. BC never really looks for his shot, more of a facilitator. Mbai recognizes the mismatch. Easy 2 for him, and I think France has found their go-to guy offensively. Mbai in double figures, and we've seen this kind of aggressiveness, I should say, for Bologna. Here's Boacek, nice in and out dribble. Takes the bump, can't finish. And in the battle for the loose ball, we'll head over to France as we have our first couple substitutions of the game. Checking in is Tomas Viorel to replace Serena. And Boacek will also get a breather. So Pavel Pumperla also into the game. Meanwhile, France, we see Axel Boutet, number 95, there in the right corner, as Viorel nearly comes away with the steal. Some good hands there to take Albisi out of his rhythm. Fans applauding the defensive effort. 9 seconds on the shot clock for France as Lacombe is on the bench. Again, Boutet replacing him. Here's Albisi. Konate. Dassault has to put it up. Shot clock down to 1. Doesn't recognize it. And it's a shot clock violation. Turnover for France. The double team came right at the right moment for the Czech Republic, putting Dassault in a very uncomfortable situation. Meanwhile, he comes out of the game replaced by Ousmane Camara. And this is Camara's first appearance again in the qualifiers. So Tomas Viorel now at point guard for the Czech Republic. Down 2. Krish Urban, Boutte all over him. Here's Pumperla, gets around the defender, stripped by Albisi. Quick hands. And now Albisi will take the transition runner, no good. Looking to run now, the Czech Republic. Pumperla, can he go all the way? Oh, leaves his feet, nearly traveled. Urban creates space. 2-pointer, no good. And Kamara, the board, Konate decides to slow it down to Albisi. See the rebounding numbers. Obviously very early still. Here's Boutte. He'll take his first shot, no good. Another rebound from Martin Krish. His third one already. Here's Bureau around the perimeter. Paterka for three, again off the back rim. We've seen a number of shots. Just a little bit too strong. Oh, nice pass inside, but Kamara can't finish over Pumperla, but he'll head to the free throw line as he's able to draw the foul. You saw that beautiful dish there by Albisi, drawing the defender, and Kamara just rolling straight to the basket. We'll get a chance to earn his first points of the qualifiers from the free throw line. And Albisi gets his first break, replaced by Yakuba Ouattara. Ouattara there, number 24, also making his first appearance. The 26-year-old is a teammate of Paul Lacombs over at AS Monaco. Meanwhile, Kamara from Chalon hitting his first free throw, first point of the qualifiers for him. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line. For France now, the 4-point advantage as Axel Julien has also entered the fray. Pressuring Bureau here. And Bureau finds himself with room, short on the three-pointer. Kamara, another rebound. France looking to push it. Julien. And a little bump forces Ouattara out of bounds, and they don't call a foul. So turnover on France again as they look to push the tempo. Meanwhile, Mbaye gets a well-earned break. 10 points on 4 or 5 shooting. So Alain Kofi into the game for the first time. It's 5 bench players at the moment for France, so they go 10 deep in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Urban again short. Kamara, another rebound. Make that 3 in just 2 minutes for Kamara. Urban and Krish, the lone starters remaining on the floor for the Czech Republic, as I believe that was Pumperla, a little bit too aggressive on the denial. Commits a foul. It's the 4th team foul on the Czech Republic, so the next one will be free throws for France. Here's Julien. Nice dump off Kamara, and one. And Kamara, Ousmane Kamara coming to the game, the 6'8" center, and making an immediate impact. He's already got 4 points now. You see there the foul committed by Simon Purcell. So Simon Purcell, who only checked in a few seconds ago, commits a foul. Meanwhile, Kamara unable to complete a 3-point play. Nice strip there by Boutte, and he comes away with a steal. Minute mark of the first quarter. France a 6-point lead. Positive start for them. Here's Boutte taking his time and banking it off the glass. Tough shot, but a nice shot. And now Axel Boutte on the board as well. So the bench really coming in, making positive contributions here for Les Bleus. Here's Pumperla, deflected, ends up with Palitza for 3. Wide open from the top of the key. And Lucas Palitza, who had just come into the game, gets his first bucket They cut the deficit down to 5. Meanwhile, game clock and shot clock, 4-second differential. So Julien, easy mid-range shot for him, uncontested. And France puts up 26 points here in the first quarter. Meanwhile, they have a couple of fouls to give. So Julien chooses to use one there. Already 8 bench points for France, including 10 total points in the paint. So 6 seconds here for the Czech Republic to make something happen. It's going to be Viorel looking to go by Kamara. And the tip won't have counted anyway. So after the first quarter, France up 7 here on the road in the Czech Republic, 26-19. And again, it's been a very positive start for the French, who got the easy 2 right off the opening tip for Mbaye. He leads the way for them with 10 points on 4 or 5 shooting. And meanwhile, they've gotten field goals from 6 other players. So make sure you download the FIBA World Cup Qualifier app to get all the latest news, up-to-date, up-to-the-minute stats, and highlights like this. Cameras weren't even ready for the Mbaye dunk. Maybe the quickest dunk we've had in the qualifiers so far in these windows. Meanwhile, as we take a look at some of the highlights from that first quarter, we've gotten an exciting start to the action. You mentioned Mbaye, 10 points. Herban leads the way for the Czech Republic with 7. Meanwhile, they've gone 3 of 6 from deep, 8 of 16 overall. All right, so second quarter of action has picked up. Viorel still running the point guard show. Herban back into the game. There's Palitza, Peterka, and Pumperlot, number 6, now on the block. Looking to go right at Wutada. Taking his time. Oh, good footwork. And he finishes over Wutada. So Pavel Pumperlot able to get his first field goal. Here's a nice spin by Kamara to Boutte. Corner 3, just short. And the ball is tipped out of bounds by the French. Back to the Czech. So we'll see how long Vincent Collet sticks to his bench. Paliza. Here's Viorel, a little crossover, loses it behind the back. Julien, the leak out pass to Boutte. Oh, elevates for 2. And fortunate to not crash down to the ground as Axel Boutte elevates for the 2-handed jam. A little give and go action. Herban, nice move. Able to maneuver his way around the defender and finish with the underhand scoop. So once again, Herban, very impressive as we take another look at that beautiful pass from Julien. And Boutte, with all the momentum carrying him, was looking to hang for just a little bit. nearly slipped off. Meanwhile, here Herban able to avoid the contact and finish, as he now has 9 points already, continuing his fine form. Here's Ouattara. Shot clock winding down. Julien hoists it up. No good. Pumperla pushing it back the other way. Inside out, Serena, extra pass to Herban. Swish! Nothing but the bottom of the net. Wojciech Herban yet again connecting from the great beyond his second three. He's now got 12. As you see, Serena unselfish, finding Herban, who has a very quick release, doesn't need much space to get his shot off. And now France calls a timeout as Czech Republic have cut the deficit down to 2. Of course, coming into the matchup, we would expect France to recognize the deep threats. So we'll listen here to Coach Vincent Collet.
Okay, we go zone 2. On offense.
You see the leaders, Mbaye 10 points, Kamara 3 rebounds, Albisi 3 assists. He comes back into the game.
Let's make
So does
form down.
Lacombe.
Okay, form down. Allez, come on. 1, 2, 3.
Meanwhile, Herban leads in the points, 4 rebounds. Serena 3 assists now. You see there that little shoulder fake from Pumperla, froze Ouattara. So both teams currently shooting 11 of 19 overall. Czech Republic with 1 more three-pointer made than France. France, though, with 3 made free throws. And that's left it a 2-point lead for the French. We see again a bit of a zone look defensively by the Czech Republic. And they eventually go back to a man, causing some confusion for the French. Shot clock all the way down. Lacombe, as that basket will not count. Lacombe airballs the shot. The shot clock expires for the second time here in the first half. And I'd expect us to see Mbaye check in soon, as he was really a tough player for the Czech Republic to slow down. BC gets screened off there by Peterka, who takes a 3. No good. Herban keeps the possession alive and pulls up right over Boutet. This time no good. France a chance to run. Early inside look for Kofi. And Alain Kofi back out to Lacombe. This three-pointer, again, no good. But he gets his own rebound, attacks the basket, doesn't finish. And now the Czechs looking to run. It's 2-on-2. Herban, the crossover, the pass, and the finish. Martin Peterka off the beautiful feed from Herban, who showcases that he's more than just a scorer. Able to find the big man running in transition, and this game is tied up at 28. Meanwhile, again, the matchup zone. As Albisi puts on a little dribbling display. Shot clock winding down again, had to put it up, and it's going to be a foul on Kamara, swiping his arm down, looking to catch the ball, and that's going to bring back Le Sort in Mbaye. You see that great dump-off pass from Herban. Gets by Albisi, gets Boutet up in the air, and conveniently finds the big man underneath the basket. Peterka beating the rest of the French defenders down the floor. Here he is again, top of the key. Here's Palitza. Can't find the room to get the shot off. Herban will have to put it up. Little step back, tough shot. Le Sort the rebound. And by inside now to Le Sort. Oh, the good driving kick. Albisi good on the three-pointer after nice dish from Mbaye. draws the defender, kicks it out to the open shooter. It's going to lead to a timeout by Coach Ginsberg and the Czech Republic as France regains a 3-point advantage. You see there again, Mbaye gets Herban to bite. And, gives Albisi just enough room to get the shot off. Albisi, his first field goal, though he does have 3 assists.
That's first of all. Second, number 2, he's a shooter. They let him play. You know, you need to get contact. You need to get one-time aggressive foul. He face up, even if it's a switch. He face you, be tough with it. Okay? You saw when.
You hear there, Coach Ginsberg really wants his Czech defense to make a concentrated effort to slow down Mbaye, even if it means being physical with him, complimenting Mbaye's shooting touch. As you see there, again, that dunk from Boutte. We've seen some great plays here in the first half already. So fans all clapping in unison. Some great energy here in the Pardubice Arena. And they're going to call a 5-second violation. Le Sort putting the pressure, and he picked up the ball without dribbling or passing or shooting for 5 seconds, which is a violation. You don't see that called too often, but great defense there from Le Sort on the switch. Meanwhile, the middle of that zone is open, and it's Konate who drives, finds Mbaye. Elbow pull-up. No good. Le Sort keeping the ball alive. Can't tip it in. Paterka screens Serena. Goes around. And Herban to corner 3. Once again, the drive and then the drift pass as Herban spots up wide open. And you can already see there, Wojciech Herban with 15 points, not 18. He's got 15 points, 3 of 4 from 3. Here's Le Sort. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul, a hook, as Le Sort using his elbow to clear out Paterka, the defender. As you see again, Serena gets below the defense, draws the help side man, and Herban cannot leave him that open. Everyone in the arena knew that that ball wasn't even going to hit the rim. Krish, meanwhile, looking for Herban. Wojciech, who's been quiet. The nice feed to Krish, and then goaltending as once again the ball movement proving very fruitful for the Czechs as they regain the lead again. And by Lacombe, nice and Le Sort with the left hand. So France counters with good ball movement of their own for Le Sort's second field goal. And a tough pass from Herban to Paterka leads to a turnover. So on the floor at the moment, 4 Czech Nürnberg players and the Opava point guard Serena as Konate can't hit the 3. The ball's kept alive by Le Sort. They leave Mbaye open. Drive and kick. Lacombe knocks down the open tray. Second chance points now for France. And Lacombe 1 of 4 from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, Peterka looking to answer, not this time. And now BC looking to get by Serena, takes a hard bump. And good sportsmanship. Serena picks him up. So France now 5 of 11 from 3 to tie the same mark as the Czechs, who are 5 of 11 as well. The shooting has been very even, it's been good. The Czech just over 53%, France right below 50, as we have a timeout on the floor. Czech Republic looking to huddle up.
When we're 22, after the second pick and roll, we are man to man. Now number 2 all the time go outside, okay? We need to...
Andrew, tu fais l'arbitre. On joue pour Paul là, d'accord, Amat.
There are the 3 pointers. France already 5 of, they actually are just 5 of 11. So you know that stat there, but here's one of them from Albisi. And they got one from Lacombe on the other end. So both teams doing a good job of balancing the inside-outside play. We've seen field goals from both ends. And Lassalle pleading his case, still concerned about the offensive foul that he committed a few possessions ago. So Lacombe, Lassalle, the high screen, rolls hard, finds Mbai, nice in and out dribble, was ready to go 360 it seemed, but got fouled and will head to the free throw line for 2. So 36-33, France up 3. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first half of this Group K matchup in the second round of the European Qualifiers. Mbai connects on the first free throw. Meanwhile, elsewhere in Group K, Finland at the moment with a 2-point lead over Russia. Bulgaria with a 6-point lead over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Here's Krish looking for Herban. Oh, the 2-man action, Krish. And they're gonna call, it's gonna be a no call, just a turnover as the ball went out of bounds off the Krish pass. So great help side defense here from Lassalle, who gets in the way. And rather than call the foul, they're just going to give the turnover. Oh, no, it is an offensive foul on Krish. So Lassalle got there in time. Krish out of control and commits the personal. BC goes to Mbai. Has Serena on him, and they're going to call another foul on Serena this time, the 4th team foul on the Czechs. And we've seen them go to this zone defense on the baseline out of bounds plays. Either Simon Purcell. We'll see if France makes an adjustment. We start off with screening action. And they're able to get it in barely. Mbai back to Albisi. Oh, Konate slides down to the wing. Didn't want to look for the shot. Shot clock at 5. Lassalle nearly traveled. Gets it back and it's swatted away by Purcell. And then we have a couple players get tangled up. And the 2 French teammates collapse to the ground. They call the foul on Lassalle. So you see there the great help side by Purcell. Then Lassalle hustling back, commits the foul on Herban and takes down Lacombe at the same time. Great rim protection by Purcell, the 6'9" small forward, just 21 years old. As Lassalle will head to the bench after picking up another foul. So 2 fouls on him. He's the only player in France with more than one. Well, actually, 3 fouls now for Le Saux as the ball is deflected out of bounds. So Mathias Le Saux will definitely sit out the rest of this half, and we'll keep an eye on that foul trouble situation. Meanwhile, for the Czech Republic, Boacik, Kriš, Pumperla, and Serena with 2 fouls apiece. As Kriš comes out. So, discussion in between the coaches, French coaches, and the referee. I think it has to do with the team foul situation. And of course, it's always go by the table, by the book, whatever the book says. So, see a couple people putting up the 3 fingers up, and there are currently 3 team fouls on France. So I'm not sure the explanation was up to Collet's liking. Meanwhile, Herban off the inbound, a beautiful dish that time by Victor Popan, who just checked in for the first time. Almost caught Konate sleeping. Here's Popan again. Another dump off pass, this time taken away by Lacombe, who seems to always be in the right place at the right time defensively, as Purcell picks up a foul, and that's going to be 2 free throws for Albisi. Not a smart foul there by Purcell. Also, potentially could have been unsportsmanlike, but referees calling it a common foul. Albisi at the line. In and out on the first. And he knocks down the second to give France a 6-point lead again. Herban finds Boacik. Again, he hasn't been too aggressive looking for a shot. Pumperla, the nice pass, and the throwdown by Purcell. Again, the ball movement for Czech Republic leads to an easy deuce. And this time, Purcell, after getting the big block earlier, gets the big dunk near the end of the second quarter. Kamara, shoulder down, lefty hook, no good. Rebound, Boacik. Oh, nice strip by Lacombe, but they call a foul on the reach. He seemed to have gotten a lot of the ball. And take another look at that pass from Pumperla. Purcell, Konate, who's been instructed to not leave Herban, and that leads to the easy 2, as Kamara had to go and help, and there was no weak side rotation. You got to pick your poison if you're France offensively. Meanwhile, Boacik. Pumperla gets around the defender, and by contests. Might have forced a miss there. And what could be one of the final possessions for France here in the opening half. Kamara, as Herban deflects it, but the possession will stay with France. And Collet will call a timeout, looking to draw up a play here at the end of the shot clock. I believe it'll be about 8 seconds for the French once they come out of the huddle. 4-point lead for France. Listen in to Colette.
Please, no stupid foul. No stupid foul on the switch. After that, if they get the ball inside, we want to make foul. If it's no, we want to make foul, okay? Alright, come on, let's go.
So we see there again Herban, who with 15 points on 6 of 10, has been the premier player in the game so far, doing it both in half court and setting up his teammates in transition. So France now 8 seconds on the shot clock, just around 34, 35 seconds on the game clock. So let's see if they go for the 2-for-1, as they have a chance to get the ball back to take a quick shot here. And now BC will do so. No good. Herb on the rebound, and about a 3 to 4 second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's right around 3.5. Herban, Konate all over him. Pesky defender. A tough shot, knocked in, and right off the bench, the quick 2. Meanwhile, BC, 3 at the buzzer is no good. So that last shot knocked down by Viktor Safarczyk, number 10, who had just came into the game. First appearance for him as well in the qualifiers. And at the half, 39-37, France with a slim 2-point lead over the host Czech Republic. It's been a competitive game so far. We'll take a look at the stats. France, 9 of 21 from 2, 5 of 12 from 3. Able to get 6 free throws, though. Meanwhile, Czech Republic still scoreless from the free throw line. They've knocked down the same numbers of three-pointers. They've out-rebounded France. 5 steals, though, for the French. They've been much more disruptive defensively. But Czech Republic still only down 2 here at home. You'd expect a second-half performance that could propel them to an 8-1 record here in Group K. Meanwhile, France looking to solidify that first-place spot with a big road victory, as we check out some of the highlights of the opening 20 minutes. We've seen plays made both inside and out. And again, these two teams will be back in action later on in, I would say the weekend during the break. But France plays in Limoges on Monday against Bulgaria in what could be a payback game, as Bulgaria beat them the first time around. Not sure France was fully ready for that matchup the last time. Meanwhile, the Czech Republic, obviously a chance to go to 8-1 here tonight. They'll be back on the road against Russia on Monday, as they go to the Basketball Center of Khimki in Moscow for a big game against Russia, a team that they beat recently in order to qualify for the World Cup. And of course, Czech Republic, one of 4 teams to have qualified in the September window, alongside Lithuania, Germany, and Greece. Those 3 teams were 8-0 going into this particular window, though Lithuania losing this week to Italy yesterday. And of course, Germany and Greece matching up here today. Greece currently with a 10-point lead over the Germans at the half. And in other action around in Group K, Bosnia has taken a 6-point lead over Bulgaria in Bulgaria, and Finland up 10 with less than a minute to go in the second quarter, holding Russia to just 24 points in the first 2 quarters. So the Finnish defense really coming through. Those are the other Group K games. Meanwhile, here in Czech Republic, we've seen France, who built a 6-point lead at various points of the first half. And we're unable to sustain that lead. Czech Republic leading for just 55 seconds of that first half. They will be back in the second half shortly. Make sure you stay tuned in. Don't go anywhere, as we're sure to have an exciting next 20 minutes of basketball here in the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. We'll see if France can take care of business on the road, or will the Czechs defend their home turf and claim first spot here in Group K. We shall see shortly. So we are back here in Pardubice, where France held on to a 2-point lead over the Czech Republic after the first 20 minutes. We haven't seen Jonathan Roussel yet. A couple of guys have come into the game and made a difference. At the moment, France shooting about 42% overall. Meanwhile, Czech Republic 55% from the field, including 45% from three, although they've yet to knock down a free throw in the opening half. And that's similar to what we saw in Team USA yesterday, who did not make a free throw to the fourth quarter of their game against Argentina, which resulted in a loss for Team USA. Meanwhile, in this one, the 5 steals for France has led to 8 fast break points and the 8 points off turnovers. Meanwhile, Czech Republic 20 points in the paint. And that's been thanks to guys like Martin Kriš. Kriš with 4 points on 2 of 2 from the field. Peterka also with 4 points, but the go-to guy, the big man, has been Wojciech Herban, 15 points, 6 of 10 shooting, 3 of 4 from 3, and 5 rebounds. Meanwhile, for France, it's been all about Amat Mbaye, who's only taken 6 shots, but made 4 of them for 12 points. Definitely want to see him get some more touches in the second half if you're a French fan. Meanwhile, Paul Lacombe, somewhat struggling, just 2 of 7 from the field. Does have 2 steals, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds, though. As we mentioned before the broadcast, he does a little bit of everything for Les Bleus. So we're back live. France with the first possession of the second half. It's Albisi. Kamara starts this quarter with Lessard on the bench with his 3 fouls. Lacombe and Boutet in as well. And of course, Mbaye, who's here on the right wing. His first touch. Couldn't quite deliver the pass to Boutet. Shot clock down to 1. Tough shot for Mbaye. And the ball's kept alive by Kamara a few 4 or 5 times. What hustle. Extra possession. And let's see if France can capitalize. Again, shot clock down to 5. Lacombe has to go. Gets by. Herban can't finish the layup. And Wojciech Herban collects the rebound. Here's Boacek. He starts with Peterka, Serena, Herban, and Kriš. Looking to back down Albisi, very patient. Peterka back inside, shot clock down to 1. It's a swipe by Albisi, looking to go coast to coast. Couldn't quite keep the handle, and Kamara is fouled by Kriš. So a tough break that time for taking a look here. Albisi finds Kamara. Good hands there. And of course, Kriš undercut him. Not quite sure why he would dispute that foul. Here's Lacombe. Couldn't quite get the ball handling. Peterka the breakaway. And can't finish the reverse layup. Lacombe, though, deflects the ball out of bounds. Probably want to see Peterka try to dunk that 6'8". Had the step on Kamara. Could hear the footsteps, though. And a good challenge by Kamara to alter the shot. And here's Herban. No good on the three-pointer. BC again pushing the tempo. Here's Kamara. Hand off to Boutte. He'll take the three. No good. And neither team able to score here in the early going of the second half. Nice spin move by Herban. Takes the contact. And finally, a chance for the Czech Republic to earn their first points from the free throw line. Right, that aggressive move from Herban. A quick spin. Boutte tried to wall him up with the chest and gets called for the foul. First free throw is good. And finally, the first one-pointer for Herban and the Czechs. 16 points, though, for him. Make that 17. Came into the matchup, averaging about 12 points per game. But that was before the season had started. And obviously, since September, has shown massive strides, and not just his confidence, but his ability to just put points on the board. Here's Mbaye, meanwhile. Nice little action between Boutte and another missed open three. Crashing the glass is Lacombe. Herban, another rebound. He's been pretty much everywhere here tonight. 7 rebounds now for Herban. He approaches a double-double. Gets potential assist here to Serena for 3 off the one-handed pass off the dribble. Herban finds Serena spotting up from the left wing as he knocks down his second three-pointer. And now Czech Republic with a 3-point lead. France, nice pass inside, Boutte to Lacombe. And they finally get their first field goal of the third quarter. Took them 3+ minutes. I'll tell you what, this one's gonna be close throughout. You can just feel it as Boacik in rhythm, knocking down the 3. Back-to-back trays now for the home side. As Boacik, who had been quiet, just his second field goal. Meanwhile, Mbaye looking to get Boacik off his feet. Nice move, Lacombe, the quick push shot. And Lacombe now starting to heat up. Was just 2 of 7, now 4 of 10. As Boacik on the other side, no good. And the battle for the rebound ends up with Purcell saving it. Boacik, the runner, and then he tips it in. What a lucky fortuitous bounce for Jaromir Boacik. Taking 3 attempts on that possession. Oh, Lacombe behind the back, smooth. And Purcell, who thought he got some of the ball. Meanwhile, Herban might have twisted his ankle on that fall, which could spell trouble for the Czech Republic. If you take another look at that pass from Herban to Serena. And then Boacik, Lacombe does not close out with his hands high, hand down, man down. And you'll take a look here, Herban, who rolls that right ankle on Lacombe. We hope he's okay. Reaches for it right away. And he limps over to the bench, grimacing in pain. And that is not a good sign for the Czech Republic and for Ches Nimberg. Meanwhile, Lacombe hits the first free throw to give him 10 points on the night. Second player in double digits for the French. He goes 2 for 2. Serena leaves his feet again. Trouble. You never want to leave your feet under the basket. He turns it over as Pumperla slows down the fast break. And a step back, Lacombe, this time no good. Kamara, another offensive rebound, giving France a chance to tie it up. Kofi, he'll take the elbow jumper, too strong. And Kamara again, able to find space for the offensive board. So multiple chances on this possession now. Kofi inside, takes the bump. Can't complete the and one, but he'll head to the free throw line for two. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Czech Republic 47, France 45. And you see there Kofi, great position on the post up. Ball just doesn't fall through the hoop. So Czech Republic now shooting 19 of 36 overall. France 16 of 41. But the turnovers plaguing the Czech Republic, they have 11 compared to just 5 for France.
Let's play.
See the shooting numbers definitely favor Czech Republic, but yeah, they only find themselves up two.
On commence avec toi, d'accord? On commence le devant avec lui.
Rebounding numbers also in favor of Czech Republic.
Là, on a la houppe. Et après, là, tu descends. Et Alain, peut-être Paul, il va venir jouer dans cet intervalle-là. On joue tout simple à chaque fois, d'accord?
As Kofi knocking down another free throw for the French, who are now 9 of 11 from the stripe. And he goes 2 for 2. So Kofi now with his first 2 points of the game. And they're going to say, take another look here. Slight delay of game by the referee. Serena bringing the ball up the court alongside Krish, Hersel, Boacik, and Pumperla. Again, no Herbine as Boacik leaves his feet. Serena, no good on the three-pointer. Good contest from Julien. Kofi secures the rebound. And Konate finds Lacombe to bring it up. Game tied at 47. Lacombe finds Kamara. Goes to work, the spin. No good on the layup. Boacik the board. Pick and pop action. Krish gets by Kamara. And one. Strong drive to the rim from Martin Krish. And he gets the, don't want to say a lucky bounce, but it did sit on the rim there for just a second. As you see him change to the left hand. And able to finish through contact. A chance to complete the three-point play. Krish now with perfect from the field, 3 of 3, 4 rebounds. So he's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And also Krish, Pumperla, and Purcell each with 3 fouls. So they're both on the floor right now. Lacombe, a lot of dribbling. Steps into the elbow, jump shot, in and out again. chance for the Czechs to run. Pumperla can't get around Konate. As Vjorol's in the game now to run the point duties. Krish, spot up three, no good. And Pumperla grabs a rebound, draws a foul. Take another look here, elevates just a bit higher, and it's Kofi who catches him right in the face. It seemed to be inadvertent. So they're not going to check the monitor, despite Pumperla getting hit in the face. And you see the Czech Republic sitting up on the line here on the baseline out of bounds. And they set the down screen for Boacik. He has room to shoot. He kind of rushed it. The ball bounces around, and it will stay down with the Czechs. Shot clock resets to 14. You see Le Sort has come into the game replacing Kamara. He also has 3 fouls. Tomas Vjorol. Oh, the backdoor cut. Krish, extra pass. Purcell swatted away by Kofi. Not in my house. The big Frenchman rejects the soft layup by Purcell. And on the other end, Le Sort on the block against Krish. Double team come, and it causes a turnover. Vjorol, lead up pass to Boacik. Gets Konate off his feet and finishes for 2. Great move that time from Jaromir Boacik, who's starting to heat up. Give him 9 points now. Right there, the shoulder fake. Konate leaves his feet, and Boacik elevates and scores. And again, Boacik, such a strong guard, 6'6", has the size, has the bulk as well. And obviously can knock down the outside shot, but such a threat going towards the basket as well. The field goal numbers, France have had more shots at the basket, but unable to be as efficient as the Czech Republic, who are right at 50%. And Krish, seems like different players have stepped up since the Herban injury. Here's Julien. And Roussel checks into the game for the first time. Julien catch and shoot 3. Big shot. Axel Julien out of Dijon. The 6-foot point guard knocking down the outside shot to cut the deficit down to 1. Boacik, little hesitation. And Kofi again rejects the pass this time. And then Konate gets the block. Krish, no, it's personal now. Can't finish, and look at all those big rebounders inside the paint for France as they get a big stop and now have a chance to regain the lead. They go inside to Kofi. Takes a tough fadeaway jump shot, no good. And Vjorol, he can't hit the open 3. Bit of a hitch in his shot. So it's been 14-11 in favor of the Czech Republic in the third quarter so far. Relatively low scoring game. Julien pump fakes, and then he, I'm gonna call a turnover The ball goes out of bounds. Serena checks back into the game for the home team. Just the 7th turnover for France. Meanwhile, Konate denying the ball and nearly gets a steal. So once again, Konate aggressive defensively, putting the pressure on all the way in the backcourt. And for the first time, we're going to see William Howard, number 42 for France, making his 2nd appearance in the qualifiers. Played just 3 minutes in the first game that he was in, and somehow Wojciech Herban probably got the ankle taped up. Obviously has the adrenaline, the swelling hasn't come down, or hasn't come up yet, and he'll come back to the game looking to give Czech Republic a push here. So Krish, Herschel is looking to get the matchup. Pumperla against Roussel. Shot clock under 5. Pumperla can't finish, and the shot clock reset. Not sure the ball hit the rim, and that's what they're going to check now. The shot clock reset to 24. So they ultimately decide. Let's see if they get the ball back to the French. And they do, so there was a shot clock violation. Here's Julien now. Oh, the nice pass. Kofi lays it up and in. France back up 1. So great execution there as Julien made some great plays here in the 3rd quarter down the stretch. No shot clock. Pumperla. There's going to be the foul to give there from France. Another smart play from Julien. Meanwhile, the next foul will send the Czech Republic to the free throw line. You see right there the reach. And they get to Herban, who doesn't need much space. Can he create it? Oh, nice block from Konate. Herban gets it back. Almost got the prayer shot to go down. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, France, with a quick 5-0 run here at the end, goes back up 1, 52-51 after 3.
World. FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it.
So, yep, Kobe Bryant, who was appointed one of the global ambassadors for the upcoming World Cup in China next summer. And that's what we're playing for here tonight. Obviously, Czech Republic have already stamped their spot. France looking to do the same over this window. As we take a look at the highlights, and we just saw the stats there from the game. Going into the crucial 4th quarter, it's been a close affair throughout. France had an early 8-point lead back in the 1st quarter. The largest lead for the Czech Republic has been 4 points. Been 12 lead changes so far. And the shooting for France hasn't been great, but they have been able to create opportunities off points from turnovers, which has helped them stay in the game. So far, Czech Republic with 12 turnovers to just 7 for France. And really curious to see if Amat Mbaye gets a few more minutes in this fourth quarter. He's played almost 19 so far, 12 points, 3 assists for Mbaye. So Boacek back in alongside Peterka, Pumperla, Serena, and Herban. And Boacek looking to go right at Hussein, who has Howard, Julien, Konate, and Kofi alongside him. Meanwhile, the pressure defense leads to a steal. Numbers here for France. Hussein to Howard. Easy 2 for him. And quick defense into early instant offense for France. Meanwhile, Serena ties it back up for 3. 54 all. Serena now with 4 3-pointers. He's been lethal from beyond the arc. Although we only have him down as 3 in the book. It's a steal. Serena breakaway. Easy layup. 5 quick points now for Jakub Serena, the Opava star, into double digits with 11. That's his first 2-point basket, first 2-point attempt even. So it's been a game of small runs. Meanwhile, Konate has to put it up. Too strong on the 3-pointer. Julien able to get the offensive rebound over, giving France yet another chance. Here's Hussein. Oh, nice little crossover. But he tries to bounce pass it to the big guy, and it's a turnover in the end. In those situations, you want to throw it up to the rim, lob it up. It's hard for a big guy to reach down and catch that pass. And again, that's good hands from Peterka to get the steal on the double team. So it's another foul here. Albisi looking to reach on Serena as he has just come back into the game, picking up his first foul. And Lacombe as well. Herban has room, knocks down another 3, and that's got to feel good for him. And even his teammates can't help but stand up to applaud Herban, not just for reaching the 20-point mark, but for bouncing back after that nasty ankle twist as Albisi draws a foul on Serena, the first team foul for the Czech Republic. But Herban now 4 of 6 from 3. And once again, you see there, Lacombe, it's been a couple of times now where he just hasn't put his hands up on a shooter, which is strange considering his defensive reputation. Eight rebounds and 4 assists as well for Herban. Meanwhile, Lacombe looking to make amends, able to do so, able to use the rim as protection and lays it up and in. Lacombe now 15 points. That 3-pointer no good. Howard elevates for the rebound. And Howard, little Euro step and move to the left hand. A nice move from William Howard, the former player out of INSEP in France, currently at Limoges. Meanwhile, Peterka, another three-pointer for the Czech Republic. Big shot after big shot here in the fourth quarter from both sides. Now the 10th three-pointer of the night for the Czech Republic. Here's Howard, looking for the angle to the saw. Pumperla read it beautifully, anticipated the pass, and then Howard commits nearly an unsportsmanlike. They deemed that he did go for the ball, so it's a common foul, but Howard adding insult to injury. As we take another look at Peterka, three-pointer, 7 points for him, his first three. And Howard, who is 2 of 2 in just 4 minutes of action. And Boacik, way too strong on the three-pointer, and Lacombe fouled in the backcourt. And Lacombe has room, unable to hit. And a number of white jerseys there for the rebound. And Serena gets around the defense, almost got the circus reversed to drop. Meanwhile, Abisi, the trailing Lassalle, who elevates and throws it down with authority. What a pass and finish. The connection between Abisi, and Lassalle. Also a key moment for that two-point basket. Cuts the deficit in half, and now the pressure from Hussein on Boacik. He crosses over, and he can't hit the three. Abisi looking to run again. Oh, Herbon gets the ball taken away by Lacombe. And that's what we talked about, his defensive presence. Meanwhile, Mbaye and Lassalle almost gets a two-handed jam. But Herbon hustled back in time to commit a smart foul and force Lassalle to earn it from the free throw line. You see there the behind-the-back move to get away from Herbon. Lassalle trailing the play, and then Pumperla is in the poster, as they say. Yep, right there, Lassalle looking to bring down the rim. Pumperla fortunate not to have body-on-body contact. So once again, you see now the numbers of Czech Republic starting to dwindle down a little bit. Meanwhile, picking up for France. It's still a 2-point game. Under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. So Howard came in, gave them some positive minutes. Number of guys are stepping up for the Czech Republic. Boacik 9 points, 4 of 11 shooting. Of course, Herbon with 20, Serena with 11. Meanwhile, for France, Lacombe with 13 points, and Mbaye still with 12. We haven't mentioned his name much, but he is in the game. And Lassalle is at the free throw line, looking for his 8 to 9 points. Chance to tie it up here from the stripe, where he's 1 of 1 so far. And he knocks down the first. He misses the second. So again, another 1-point lead for the Czech Republic. The game has been close throughout. Here's Balica, who draws a foul on Albisi again, his second. And of course, those team fouls, something to keep track of. Here's Boacik, a nice little behind the back dribble to get away from Mbai. And Balica hits a big three-pointer to give Czech Republic some breathing space. His second three of the night. And it seems like all 5 players on the court for Czech Republic are dangerous and beyond the arc at all times. Doing a great job of stretching out that French defense. Konate, Mbai, the high-low pass to Lassalle. Good ball movement this possession. And Boutet puts it up. You knew that was going in. Great passing inside out by the French. And a great response as Boutet gets his 3rd field goal. (65-64), 3:30 left here in the 4th. Herban, oh, the curl, and he throws it away as he tried to be a little bit too unselfish, looking for Krish as the roll man. And Boutet this time goes for 2, kisses it off the glass. France back up 1. And Axel Boutet really making an impact off the bench as well. The fans now cheering on their team as Herban takes a double clutch. Tough shot numbers here for France. 4-on-2. Boutet to Konate. Mbai finishes strong at the rim. And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point lead for France. Czech Republic seem to be in a bit of a rush as Herban can't respond. And this time, Collet demanding that his team slow it down. They're going to run the double high horn screens here. BC did a couple of switches. And Boacik goes right at him, takes the bump, and will head to the free throw line for 2. So Mbai, who had those quick double-digit points in the first quarter, now looking for his 15th and 16th points from the foul line. Meanwhile, Boacik getting an explanation for that last foul call as he picks up his 3rd foul, or it might be his 4th actually, for Boacik. And the first free throw is good for Mbai. So 2-possession game now for France. BC with 6 assists. Really doing a great job running the offense. And Mbai misses the second free throw. The hustle. Lassalle comes away with it. Pulls it back out. Mbai for 3. Knocks it in. Another big shot. Amat Mbai with a 4-point possession for him. And the momentum definitely in favor of France now as they push the lead to 7 off a 4-point swing from Mbai. The great hustle by Lassalle. They couldn't box him out on the free throw. Mbai left open, and he's now got 18 points, including 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Lassalle, you can see what it means to him. Okay. Rewarded for his hustle.
You go double team with him. With all the other, we switch, including you. We go double team. Okay? Clear? Fellows, it ain't over if you believe. Okay? It ain't over if you believe. Allez, come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Donc très large, que sur loupe-tête, ok?
Allez, les gars,
So you see there the top scorers. A couple of guys off the bench making some real big contributions. And Lacombe now with 3 steals to go with his 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 13 points. Meanwhile, Mbaye, 18 points and 4 assists. So France, the 7-point cushion as we near the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Serena at the point for the Czech Republic. They need a basket. Some confusion, it seems. And BC pokes it away from Purcell. Great anticipation by the guard. And he will now just walk it up, using up some clock. And Lacombe gets fouled. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 as France is in the bonus. You see there Purcell looking to hedge. Couldn't quite slide his feet in time. Had no choice but to commit the foul. So 72-65. Meanwhile, in the other Group K games, Finland up 62-49 over Russia. Just about 8 minutes to go. Bulgaria back up top at home over Bosnia and Herzegovina, 82-78 with about 2 minutes left. And then Germany, a 6-point deficit to Greece, as we'll get another free throw lane violation. So Lacombe able to convert this one. And it's now the largest lead of the game, +9 for France. Boacek. Oh, the swat by Lessard. And Mathias Lessard letting them know how he feels about the guards bringing the ball into his house. This is his house here in Pardubice. And Lessard, the extra pass, Boutet, a chance to make it really tough for the Czech Republic. Another big shot for him in the fourth quarter. His 3rd field goal of the 4th. He's now in double figures with 11. Boutet came in averaging 6 points per game. Meanwhile, Boacek, the Czech Republic, has gone absolutely cold here down the stretch. And France on a 24-14 run here in the 4th. The chance to really put the nail in the coffin on this possession. Oh, the between the legs pass. And Lessard will head to the free throw line. BC with a little showtime here, as France with the 11-point lead in the game that was right around the 1-2 point mark throughout. As you see, Andre Cahoot coming to the game for the first time, his first appearance in the qualifiers. Meanwhile, Lessard knocks down the first free throw. A game that's featured 14 lead changes. Might have a final score that is not really a representation of how the game went. It was close throughout. France, the offensive rebound on BC. A little nice pass, Lessard. And here's Boutet again, another runner off the glass. And this crowd is stunned and silenced as France now up 14. And they'll come away with the victory on the road here in Group K and take over sole possession of first place with an 8-1 record. Serena bounces around. Cahoot can't get the rebound and by. And that's going to be it here in Pardubice as France victorious on the road, 79-65 over the Czech Republic. A major win here in Group K that will affect the standings and bring France that much closer to qualification as they go to 8-1. And if Russia moves to 4-5, that could make things very, very interesting for France. France playing Finland, Bulgaria, and the Czech Republic still. But here in Pardubice, you can see the smiles on Les Bleus. Meanwhile, a tough loss for the Czech Republic, who probably felt they could have come out victorious here at home. Seemed to be in control of the game at different moments, despite being down for most of it, honestly. But in the second half, had the lead. They do applaud their fans. It was definitely a valiant effort from the Czech Republic. A couple big performances from each side. Well, you gotta really give credit to France for executing in the fourth quarter. They put up 27 points after just managing 26 combined in the second and third quarters combined. Only had 26. They had 26 in the first quarter and then 27 at the end. You take a look at the stats there. Somehow France getting to that 50% mark from two, 44% from three. Also making 13 more free throws than the Czech Republic. Ended up out-rebounding them. Also 7 more assists, of course 6 more steals thanks to the disruption on defense. And those 16 turnovers proving very costly for the Czech Republic. Meanwhile, in terms of individual performances for the losing side, Wojciech Herban, 20 points, 8 rebounds. Meanwhile, Jaromír Boháček, 9 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. All over for France, Mbaye with 18 points to lead the way and 5 assists. Kamara off the bench, 8 rebounds in just 15 minutes. And Albisi, 4 points, but did have 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. And of course, can't fail to mention Paul Lacombe and Axel Boutet with 15 and 13 points respectively, especially in key moments, have helped France secure this big road victory as Herban's daughter enjoying the festivities. And that's what it's all about, family and pride. Meanwhile, we'll leave you with some of the highlights of this game. A great game, very competitive battle. Both teams played well, both teams played hard. And it just seemed like France had a few more of those momentum swinging plays in the second half to get them over the hump. So once again, these two teams will be back in action very, very soon as on Monday. On Monday, the French will be back in action, as will the Czech Republic. Czech Republic playing against Russia. And of course now it has been confirmed that France qualified and punches their ticket to the World Cup in China next summer. France becoming another one of the 12 European teams to earn a spot. And they now join the Czech Republic here in Group K, as the 2 top spots in the group have been solidified. And there will still be a chance for one more team to get their ticket to go as well. So congratulations to Les Bleus. They're going back to the World Cup in 2019 with 3 games to spare. And again, France will be playing on Monday at home in Limoges against Bulgaria. And then in the final window, game days 11 and 12, they'll be on the road in Finland and then host this very Czech Republic side. So you see that big block there from Nassau, giving a little bit of trash talk as well. And as I mentioned, the Czech Republic will be playing in Moscow against Russia on Monday, and then they'll have those 2 more games in February against Bosnia and Herzegovina, and then over in France, which will potentially be another opportunity to earn the top spot here in Group K. So for all of those tuning in to this broadcast on livebasketball.tv, make sure you tune into the app or the FIBA World Cup qualifier website. You can also catch us on YouTube for all the highlights and the press conferences following the action across so many games. And it's been an absolute treat. France coming through victorious again here in the Czech Republic, 79-65. Despite the gladiator effort from Wojciech Herban. Thank you so much for tuning in. There's the updated standings. You see France 8-1, and then Czech Republic 7-2. So France comfortably in that first spot for the time being. Once again, thank you for watching from FIBA. Good night.
První domácí porážku v kvalifikaci bude hodnotit kapitán Pavel Pumpodla. Pavle, pojďme od konce, co se dělo těch posledních minut, tam jste inkasovali 18 bodů v řadě a tím pádem jste přišli o naději na vítězství.
Tak možná